Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm back again with another video. Hope you all are doing good. So today we'll talk something which is really interesting, and I'm hopeful my video will be very useful to the ones who are currently preparing for the interviews. So today I'll talk about as an individual and someone who's actually in their final semester preparing themselves for their interviews. It's really important for you to get selected for management trainee for any of the hotels, for Leela, Oberoi's, and Hyatt, Hilton, Marriott. So each of these hotels have their leadership development programs for young leaders. So they develop young leaders. Now, what differently you do for you to get selected for this management training interviews is something which completely depends on you, the way you take care of few points which I'll tell, which are really important for you to prepare yourself to crack these interviews. Firstly, your in-depth knowledge on the core subject in whichever you would want to go and sit for interview: housekeeping, kitchen, front office, and food and beverage service. In-depth knowledge in these core fields, preparing yourself for any of the questions for to you coming from this subject shouldn't be go unanswered. So prepare thoroughly and go back and check which are the frequently asked questions for OCLDs or Marriott hotels. You'll have a list of questions which you can find online in Google, or also you can speak to few the ones who are currently in that program, so that you get a nudge of it as to what sort of questions you will be getting and what are your expectations. Sorry for this. So preparing yourself in depth means know everything about that department theoretically. Practically, I'm sure once you join the hotels, you will be hang on with it completely. But this is something. And moving on to what next. Be very well aware of what's happening in and around the country, current affairs. General knowledge is really important. People will for sure ask you few questions which are related to general knowledge, current affairs, ask you about your hobbies. And while you explain them about your hobbies, you might get few questions which are related to your hobbies. So please tell a hobby which you're passionate about and you can answer questions. Don't tell a hobby or a passion just because or just for the sake of telling. So anything which you feel is that an X factor in you, please talk about that with the interviewer. Because once you say it's my hobby, it's my passion, so people expect you to answer questions which are related to that hobby. So better to speak something which you're confident of, and not to just throw in a hobby which you are not aware of anything. That itself will make you look slightly not aware of things which you are actually telling them that you're aware of. So don't be in that situation ever in an interview. So moving forward, your sitting posture, your standing posture, the way you walk, the way you talk, your communication skills, the way you introduce yourself, all of that plays a very vital role for you to get selected into this management training program. So be prepare yourself very well how to introduce yourself. Right, stand in front of a mirror, in start introducing yourself, start practicing like that. You see yourself eye to eye, and you give your introduction. You do this for at least a week or so, you will see that your confidence is already shot up. Also, do this, making a few changes. Make your family members sit in front of you, maybe 2 3 of them. Introduce yourself, ask them feedback. The very next day, make your 4 5 friends sit in front of you, not from the similar background. Make some other friends, not from the hotel management. I'm telling you, repeating myself, from some other background, maybe a few others who are into IT and stuff. Introduce yourself. They'll give you very realistic and very valid feedback. So do that bit. And once your self introduction is ready, create bit of humor while you're writing your own self introduction. You will have a lot of examples in Google and other social media channels. So create a bit of humor while you introduce yourself. Do not sound boring, because you're telling about yourself. Be very confident. Take that pride in you while you explain them about yourself, because it's you and no one knows you better than anyone else. So be very proud, be very confident while you explain about yourself. And I feel you are more or less in the game. Also prepare yourself for group discussions. Topics you may choose whatever is relevant, but please prepare yourself. And you can be only look prepared if you go through newspapers on a daily basis, because a lot of things which will be asked to you will rely on the newspapers, in terms of business, what's going on currently, what is the current hot topics, which company is expanding, which city is expanding, which is the number one country currently in terms of GDP growth, where did Mr. Narendra Modi visit. Even if you say that you are from, let's say, Delhi, so what's happening in Delhi, in terms of growth, expansion, new companies investing, anything. So you have to be very very knowledgeable in terms of what's happening in the city, then in the country, and then in the world. So expand your horizon till to an extent that any questions asked to you with regards to your city, your country, or abroad, you are at a position to answer. And how it will happen, by you going through newspapers, can be Economic Times. So my only urge is to all students who are preparing themselves for interview, it's not only books. You should look beyond books, beyond your theoretical knowledge of the four core departments, that is Economic Times. Please go through newspaper, and believe me or not, you'll be much much more confident, because you are well prepared for any topic which will be shared with you, to discuss in the interview. So follow these few steps, and you will see you'll bang on target of cracking these management training interviews. I hope you liked the video, and if you have any topics for me to discuss and talk with you, please put the same in the comment section. I shall make a video and come back to you. And if you feel this video was helpful, please do not forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the ring bell too, so that you get my notification of every new video which I share in this channel. And looking forward to your support, guys. Please keep supporting my channel, so that I keep creating this sort of content. I also need a bit of motivation from you all to sort of learn and grow. Thank you so much indeed, and have a great evening, and keep smiling.